Yo, what's up? Back at it again with another video. I'm lacking for sure, but we got another software though. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it works. But check this out, right? I don't know how I feel about this camera placement. I don't know how I feel about this camera placement. I moved the room around a bit, so now it was like normally on that side. Now it's on this side right here, as you see. A little iffy on it. I'm gonna try to figure out a placement for it, but for now, this is what we're gonna roll with. If you like it, let me know. If not, I'll find another place. We'll switch it. But check this out. So a lot of stuff has just been going on in the Basketball Association, right? NBA. Bam Adebayo has broken the record for the most, like second most points in NBA history. This is insane. Like out of all the players I would think could possibly break this record, I don't think anybody had Bam Adebayo on the list. Like, just be honest with yourself. Even as a Miami Heat fan, be honest with yourself. You didn't have him breaking. You didn't have him doing that. All right. But major props to Bam Adebayo. It was an incredible milestone for him. So, for context, I was watching the Hawks game that day. So, it was the Hawks and the Mavericks. Crazy game, by the way. Clay and Chris Middleton wanted to turn back the hands of time, but Hawks did win that game. So, I'm sitting here watching the game, and over time, I look on the Reddit and I see Bam Adebayo scored 31 points in the first quarter. Okay. I'm thinking, oh man, that's amazing. Bam Adebayo, he's going on a tear right now. 31 points in the first quarter is almost unheard of. We haven't seen that happen since like Kevin Love, I think when he scored like 34, and then Clay scored 37 in the third quarter. Iconic games. So, yeah, Bam Adebayo, man, on this point, he was having an amazing game. And, we haven't really seen stuff like this in a minute. So, fast forward to like the fourth quarter, right? At this point, I'm a little bit out of the loop. I didn't really see much else from there. I was still watching the Hawks game because it was a close game up until that point. Then after that game went off, I was watching the Spurs and the Celtics because who wouldn't want to watch Victor Wembanyama play? Dude is 7'5", moving like a point guard. Absolutely insane. I'm sitting here watching the game. I'm listening, and then all of a sudden, they go to commercial break and they go right back and they're showing the Miami game where Bam Adebayo broke the record for second most points in an NBA game. I'm like, dude, what the freak? Heck? I mean, I knew he was on a tear, but at this point, I didn't check Reddit again. So I'm thinking, okay, he had a great game. He'll probably sit out, because they're blowing out the Wizards. But no, he stays in the game and scores 83 points. Absolutely amazing. So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be having a lot of positive, comments for everybody else. I mean, the post game interview was already amazing and all that. And then social media. Social media won out again. I get on social media the next day and everybody was sitting here just being like, oh man, this is unethical, this is unethical, this is unethical. This is the most travesty in the history of basketball. Oh man, love you, Stephen A. But anyways, so I'm sitting here looking at all this. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? Why are we trashing that 83-point game? So I actually took the time to sit there and look at it myself to see why everybody's trashing it. And up until the fourth quarter, I'm thinking, what is everybody talking about? Why is everybody bashing this game? I'm like, bro, he scored 83 points. How did he get this bad? Then we get to the fourth quarter, and yeah, I get where everybody is coming from. That was some of the most obvious records trying to get the record I've ever seen in an NBA game. Ever in an NBA game. That was like way too obvious. So, is Bam Adebayo's 83-point game unethical? Is the main question, right? Short answer, absolutely. Yes, it was. You can argue up until the fourth quarter, even like little bits of the fourth quarter, right? He should have been taken out the game. Absolutely. You can agree on that front. He should have been taken out of the game. Like you're blowing out the Washington Wizards. There's no reason for him to be in the game and risk injury. But at the same time, Eric Spoelstra, he made the executive decision himself. Keep Bam out there, go out there and break the record. And honestly, I can't be mad at him. Can't be mad at him. Now I will say the fouling by both teams for this matter, both teams, because Washington was hacking the crap out of him after they realized they couldn't guard him. And it doesn't also help that Miami players are also purposely fouling Wizard players to keep trying to give Bam the ball. Like all sides of it is just bad unethical. Like there's no other way to call it. It's unethical. We can be honest and call it like it is. It was mad unethical. Like this was some of the most obvious going for the record basketball I've ever seen in my life. And before all these Heat fans and everybody else started saying, "You're hating, you're hating, you're hating, you're hating, you're hating, you're hating, you're hating," guys, I'm just seeing it for what it is. I'm telling you how I felt about it. I'm showing you what it is. All right. Look at the game yourself. Is it not obvious that this was like some mad unethical basketball? Like this is dang near like getting into unwritten rules in NBA history, bro. Like it was kind of unethical. Let's be honest and call it like it is. But I will say this though. I will say this. Like I said, I can't be mad at it though. Like let's be honest. If you were in that same position as Bam Adebayo was, close to breaking the record for second most points scored in an NBA game, would you not want to go for that record too? Like I think that's what people are missing here. Like you're not in Bam Adebayo's shoes. You don't know. You don't know at all. So how are you gonna sit here and be like, see, no, it was still unethical. Shut up. You don't know, bro. Like it was just that one moment in particular that it just happened. It just happened. You can't fault him for that. Moment rose to it. He said, "Let's go for it, bro. Let's freaking go for it, man." And it's absolutely hilarious. Tyrese Halliburton, he put out a video. He was like, "Dude, if Bam Adebayo scored 83, we'll for sure scored 100 points." Oh, that was a hilarious comment by Halliburton right there. I mean, but hey, it's probably true though. I mean, hey, we know there's radio audio of him scoring 100 points. And, who knows? I think there is stuff out there how he got it. They probably would just give him the ball or whatever. And, and the last point I do want to make before I conclude is I know a lot of people are going to try to put Kobe in here and just sit here and do all this other stuff. Like, look, we can say Kobe's 81 game was far more impressive in terms of the game itself. But this is why I say context matters. Kobe's 81-point game, he had to do that. Up until that point in the game, the Lakers were losing this game. They were losing. Kobe scored 81 points because the Lakers were so bad that game. Nobody else besides Kobe was scoring. So Kobe had to score his 81 points in that game. Bam was already blowing out the Washington Wizards. We know when we look back on this game, we're going to be like, oh, well, but Kobe's was better. Like, no crap, Kobe's was better if you look at the context. But still, Bam scored 83 points. You can't take that away from him. Even if 36 of those points were free throws. You still can't take that away from him, no, bro. It's just the way of basketball. It is what it is. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, Luka, SGA, Jokic, KD, Steph, so many players in the NBA I thought could have potentially reached 100 points. Not one of them was Bam Adebayo. Not Bam Adebayo, bro. But main takeaway I do want to take from this video is, at the end of the day, bro, 83 points is 83 points. It doesn't matter how you get there. Even if I agree it was a little unethical in the way they went about doing it, but if anybody were to even try to attempt to break the 100-point record. Like Jimmy High Roller said it best in a video when he was talking about it. Like a player could realistically get to 100 points, but it would have to be very unethical to get to that point, which I think is true. So just keep that in mind when you're seeing all these records being broken. It's like, yeah, a 100-point game could be broken. Who knows who's going to break it or what circumstances do you have to be in to potentially reach that point? That's just something I want you guys to keep in mind, remembering this. But yeah, now we're going to sit here in NBA history. You're going to have Wilt Chamberlain and then Bam Adebayo and then Kobe. It's hilarious. It's crazy to think about. But all that being said, that's pretty much all I got for this video today. I am gonna try to drop it a little bit more consistently. Hopefully, this new software is good. It's off to a good start. It's off to a good start. And then also, I have been recording some gameplay stuff as of actually right now. I'm recording some gameplay. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. The gaming channel is gonna have some uploads on there as well. But like I said, that's all. Stay cool. Keep it classy. Peace.